Hey everyone, I'm Kyle.
And I'm Liam.
And we are from Pulling Power, and we work with games companies to bring their creations to life, animating and doing creative work all the way through to ads and Google Ads. We work with Kickstarter campaigns quite often, right Liam?
Yeah, we do.
And one thing that we like to do as an office, we obviously play a lot of the games. In order to make good content, you have to play, and we've become addicted to games. And so we thought we'd start this channel to unbox and play a bunch of games that we've worked on. And so today, we're talking about the Shivers. Now, before we go on, it's important to note that this unboxing has a box that is not covered in plastic. There's a reason for that. Basically, just don't trust Liam to get to set first and leave the Shivers box.
Always check your email and read the last line.
What he said, do that. So as I said, today we'll be unboxing the Shivers. It's by a company called Pop Fiction Games. It's just some fun facts about this game. When we worked on it, it was 3 years ago, Liam?
Yeah.
2020. The Shivers did really well. It's raised over $570,000. Am I right? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm right. And and this is notable, 6,794 backers came together to help bring this creation to life. Cool, so if you're wondering why we're doing this unboxing 3 years after the Kickstarter campaign, well, basically we only really got our box recently because we live in South Africa. So everything takes really long to get to us, if it gets to us at all. That said, it's also great timing because the Shivers have a new campaign coming up with a bunch of expansions for this game. And that's called?
Triple Terror.
Triple Terror. If you want to know the other versions of that name that we got wrong 6 or 7 times, you can wait till the bloopers.
Bloopers.
So I've done all the talking up to now, so I'm going to leave it to Liam, who is usually our office game master, to take us through this awesome game and open things up, and I'll just kind of be the hype man wow guy and pop things out of the frames, because this is a pop-up game, so nice. I could have said that much better. I could have been more articulate, but we're gonna soldier on, because this is our first time doing this, so you're gonna have to just deal with the amateurish presenters on this channel.
So the Shivers is a pop-up mystery adventure. It devised of a whole bunch of different pop-up scenarios in which you, the family of Shivers, all get to go around and solve like little mysteries.
Nice.
I'm gonna need a moment of silence while I open this box, please. Didn't that sound great?
It sounded fantastic. You're really good at that. It's almost like you've done it before.
First of all, we got the RSVP for Frightening Fun, and this is basically it'll take you to the Shivers game where you can buy even more episodes for the game. And the interesting part of this game is that it has printable episodes. So even though you have the standard box and you might not want to order online, you can print and play.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that. It almost feels like I'm being welcomed to the. Indeed. It's like my entrance letter to Hogwarts, or to the Spooky Manor, I should say.
That's it. So starting off, I guess we have some gameplay. We have some rules. What the storyteller needs to know versus what the players need to know.
Yeah, like don't open the box when the camera's not rolling. Things like that. You know, useful rules that one should always pay attention to.
Very useful rules that everyone should pay attention to all the time. We have some playable characters. I'll let you pop some of those out.
Can I, if I pop one out, it's my character, right?
Okay.
Okay, so I'm taking the dad, because as you can see, I'm like the dad here.
I'm
keeping the kids in line. Mine is Riley Shivers, clearly a father figure.
I'm a bee monster.
You see, folks, this is not a dad bod. It's a father figure.
And this is a bee monster.
I don't think you can play as the bee monster. I'm pretty sure that would be like an NPC kind of end boss. I don't think these are characters.
That's right.
You should know this since this is the second time you're opening this box.
But I have yet to read the rules. I don't know what the rules are.
Try that for once.
Even more. We got some more characters. We got a dragon couch. That's amazing. That's so rad.
You can't play as the dragon couch.
I
don't know if you can.
Stop telling me what I can and can't do. We have a Shivers velvet bag. Ooh, even in a Ziploc.
I gotta show these because these are really cool.
That smells velvety.
The art on this stuff, I don't know if we're in focus or anything, but the art on this stuff is so cool.
So rad.
And these are kind of like pop-up standees of your characters. So you pop them out and you get this little, I'm assuming, I remember from the component scroll we animated, that they sit in like little stands. So they almost act as like standees or minis, and you can move them around inside the game.
There's a dog.
Doggo.
And a cat.
And a cat.
Dog and cat, guys.
Really cool. So let's just take a look at these. These are additional characters, it looks like, for different campaigns or different stories inside the game. Really cool.
One thing I did forget to mention, that this is the deluxe box. That is the one that came as a Kickstarter exclusive. The game is available at theshiversgame.com, I believe, but not in this fantastic form. So you missed out, but you might get it next time. We've also got some booklets. We've got the history of Fogmore. We've got some lore. We have the storyteller's companion, as well as the Shivers full instructions. And I really love the way that they've made it look like little leather books.
Yeah, the history of Fogmore book, if I'm correct in saying this, is also kind of like an item in the game that has clues, so you can discover this book inside of a scene. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments.
A few moments later.
Oh wow, look at that, the history of Fogmore. So here is this book. But also, aside from it containing a bunch of story assets, like, oh, here we go. There's a good example, like a family tree, which could unlock a bunch of questions. And then at the back, a nice little touch. Everyone who was part of bringing this campaign to life, there's a bunch of backers all listed in this booklet. And you may, if you're one of the folks who backed this campaign, find your name, which would be really cool. So there's loads of folks, I think. I think I'm right in saying this. Once again, if I'm wrong, blast me in the comments. And,
except for you, Matt Thomas.
Who's Matt Thomas?
I don't know, he's in the book though.
Let's hope he's watching.
Hey, he got a shout out.
That's like 1 in a million kind of.
Matt, send us a comment.
Engagement farming 101. Just read the names. Make 700 videos to mention every backer. 6,700 backers. Yeah, something like that. Something cool.
Under that, we've got a couple of episodes. We've got Evil Intent.
Are these expansion pieces? Are these additionals?
This is episode B1.
We have a whole
done the
second
thing. There's a second area.
Oh, we've skipped a whole part of this game on the side. These are extras. These are, this is an expansion. Boom, we got 2 expansions.
We got
hey, look, plastic that you didn't get to destroy. Wow, look at that, guys. Something that Liam didn't open. So the expansions are still sealed, and we'll open these up. The one I've got is expansion 2. It's all fun and games until... And what have you got?
I've got fangs. It's got fangs.
My one's cooler than your one. So that's you can open one of those since you're so good and experienced at opening things.
I'll wait that for later.
I really want to look at the pop-up stuff because we haven't got to the crux of what this game is yet. I mean, you've seen some of the pop-out characters and that's cool. But I just want to open. Can I open one of these? Can I do this?
Yes.
Because I haven't done this before. I know there's an art to this, and there's actually a video, and Liam can take you through some hints. But Andy, the creator of this game, created a video for how to open these without damaging them because it's beautiful and delicate, and you have to be careful with it. But these are. Oh, here we go. The game is made up of a bunch of pop-up scenes, and look at that. Like each scene is almost like a room or a location, and there are things inside the location, and you can discover different items, and you can look closer. There's little doors that can latch open. I think this one, you can open this door. There you go, and you can look inside, and inside the person who sets up the game, your GM essentially, will set up these scenes and direct the players through them. And so, you know, if I'm in this room in a campaign or in a story, I can inspect something like, in my turn, I want to read the headstone, and then that will give me a clue, and that will lead me on part of the journey and maybe help me progress along. So this is a really cool, this is just an example of one. Liam can talk a little bit about how to open these and look after them, and also show some more of them. I think this one's outside, but the manor has some really cool ones.
Yeah.
It's so weird to see these in real life because we worked with these as like visual asset files to animate, and working with stuff that is layered like this is an animator's dream because you can do really cool parallax scenes, which we'll show you in this video, maybe behind me, maybe in front of Liam's face for most of the video so you don't see him. Oh wow.
No, I'm struggling to see it because I want it so on this nice little stage, but this would be the Peculiar Parlor, which I believe is one of the starting rooms in the first adventure.
So let's talk about game care, because if you're looking at this, you can see that it's delicate and you want to look after a game like this so that you can play it a lot. So you did the homework on Andy's video. Can you give us the TLDR?
I did indeed. So as with all paper things, treat with care, handle with care, like everybody. really fun thing about these is that obviously they're very intricate and almost puzzles in their own way. So just never ever try to force anything. Always let your booklet open with ease, and then you'll find that some of the furniture might stick a little bit, but you can just give it a little helping hand, get it standing up there. As I say, never force anything, and you might find this is something that some people have found with the building of these. Can I just get one of these little guys?
I see, you know your way around this game already.
Because
So
I was
these are
wondering
to
how
hold
these
the
stayed
scene.
open, so
These
I
are
did
holding the
take a
scene.
little look. But yeah, these are little like standees that help you
Okay,
keep it
I
open.
see what you're doing.
Yeah, just like
I
that.
can't see what I'm doing. That's the problem. But I get the idea. Okay, nice.
Cool. Just gonna let
So,
that sit
what
like
happens if
that.
you encounter, like, obviously these stuff are produced, and every now and then you'll encounter a little bit of glue. You obviously don't want to force something open and tear it. How best do we open something if we get some glue? Is that the knife you also opened the game with prematurely? You premature unboxer.
Always have a handy butter knife, because you never know when you are going to need to butter
Okay,
a
so
knife.
ooh, what's that? What's that over there? That's
So,
cool.
Oh yeah, I was taking a look at this earlier. So this is a nice little velvet bag to keep all of your Shivers collectibles in. There are a couple of small pieces, things to mind if you have small children. There are some dice, or die technically.
I'm gonna set up my character.
there we
You
go.
should set up your character, your ugly bee character.
So we have items. We have some marker pens. We've got some.
Given a whole lecture on how to treat the game with care while he drops everything.
It's true. Do as I say, not as I do.
All right, so I like these already. You know how dice usually have botches and bad rolls? These have things like doesn't work, backfire, it works,
Kinda works.
backfire, kind of works. Like this is cool. So obviously the rolls give you different results, which can give you different items or lead you on a different path. So you're rolling kind of to achieve something. I'm going to set up my character just because mine's cooler than yours. And
Okay.
I'm the dad in this scenario.
Can I also get the character?
What character do you want to be?
I
Can I
don't
pick
even
one for
know.
you? How
Of
about
course
the
you can.
Frankie Shivers? You can
I'll
be
be
Frankie.
Frankie.
Okay, so we've got our characters, and our characters would sit in the scene, I'm assuming. And you could move from room to room, so there would be other rooms, and you could progress if you managed to discover the keys for another room, then you're able to unlock that room, and extend your story. What are the pens and the magnifying glasses for, Leo? I'm assuming the magnifying glasses are to look at details,
To
right?
investigate clues, you are correct.
You're gonna need these, by the way. It sounds like you won't. You're like, oh, I could just read it, but the stuff is very fine and detailed.
Yeah.
And you know, you think you found a clue, and you look closer, and like something is actually a clue inside a clue. So
Magnifying glasses will come in handy when trying to look at some of these smaller, more finicky clues that are in your scenes.
great. What else have we got here? We're still gonna open things.
Yeah, we
so
still
might
got more
move
things to
that
open.
scene. There's so much stuff in this box. You gotta understand, because everything is like standees and foldable scenes, you actually get a lot inside of a box.
And it's,
I found my character. So I'm interrupting you because I want to talk.
that's okay.
So this is Riley Shivers. That's the dad guy. That's me. Where's my character gone? He's there. That's him. And Riley, this is like a almost like a whiteboard board. You can write on this. It seems. I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Right. So if I acquire an item through a roll, I can say I acquired a bowling ball, and I can write bowling ball. If I spell it wrong on camera, people will kill me. So there's a bowling ball, and I can acquire things. And if I throw it or give it to someone else, I can wipe it off. I can also just make notes if I've found a clue, or if there's something super interesting that's happened, I can make notes on my character. And obviously, because replay value, you don't want to be writing on something you permanently, boom, all clean, all off, and play again.
So if you were to happen to run out of markers, or you eat them like I do, you can just order some more. Same with the dice, same with the magnifying glass,
Yeah.
and even additional episodes if you need it. I'm sure you can even order more characters.
Can we see more of those scenes?
You can.
I'm excited to
So
know.
we have here a spooky study. We're not going to open all of them because we can't all be here all day. But we have a spooky study available to us. We have a
I want to open some of them because I want to see what they look like.
we have the bleak basement.
I mean, we're giving away all the stuff. This is so much cooler when you're, I mean, I don't know how it translates on camera, but these scenes, they just like fold out and come to life. And yeah, it's really cool. Like you say, just you pop them out a little bit and you put in the frames, and then the room stays open, and then your character can look into the room. And every little detail, you know, there's so much. Every little door opens, the little papers on this desk. Oh wow, look at that, the history of Fogmore.
Yeah.
So here is this book. Now here's an example of like what we were saying. So if I chose to use my turn to check out the bookshelf, the game master would say, you discover a book called The History of Fogmore, and then will give me the book, and then I can use the book, which, you know, might send me on a wild goose chase, or might be really useful and give me something good to use to discover more clues or to discover what to do in the scene.
These scenes, as well as that, you get episode cards. So different items might sit in different spaces. Here you can see there are a couple of like, you know, blank areas where it looks like something should be. There will be an episode card that either, you know, goes in this way, or depending on what episode you're playing, they sort of turn so that there are multiple options and different
Once again,
items. Yeah.
great game design, because you're getting multiple stories out of a singular location. So you can have like 6 or 7 rooms, or 6 or 7 scenes, I guess, but you can have like 30 stories with that,
Yeah.
because they
Sex
can...
changes.
Sex changes. Yeah, that's a good... I thought you said sex changes, and I was just like, how does that factor into this conversation? But that's not what you said.
It wasn't.
You said sex changes.
Yeah.
Because they
sex
can...
changes.
Sex changes.
It wasn't.
You said sex changes.
I was being relevant.
Yeah, I was being ridiculous. So yeah, I think there's a lot of good. There's a lot of like aside good game design here. This is just someone who, I think in Andy and the team at Shivers, who just had a vision, and they are just really smart. I don't think folks understand how difficult something like this is to make and coordinate, to get this much runway out of a few scenes, and to make every scene feel special, and also just to manufacture stuff like this. Like you have to know what you're doing. So I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I'm keen to give this a spin. I'm gonna open one of these expansion boxes. We are the worst unboxers in the world, because we, as you can see, there's no layout plan here. When you watch other unboxing videos, there's like a neat place to put things, and we're just like, it's just everywhere, you know, because that's just how we roll. We're just excited. Okay, so I want to dig into my expansion, which is, it's all fun and games until, and then ... So this is the hard part. This is when I use the knife. Let's see if I can get in this nice kitchen there. Let's see if I can. I don't want to damage it. I'm trying to find like one of these little nooks.
Be gentle.
I'm trying to be gentle.
Good.
Listen, not all of us have unboxed their second game tonight, so just take it easy.
Okay. I've also had 3 coffees. I'm sorry, guys. I'm jittering all over the place.
Okay, so let's get a look at one of these expansions. And by the way, these aren't the expansions that they currently have a Kickstarter page for. That's a whole bunch of new content, so go check it out. There'll be a link in the comments, I guess, or below the video.
There'll be a link.
What an amateur on YouTube. You're just telling people
Find the
where-
link. That's the challenge. It's up to you. Find it.
So, I managed to do it without damaging the game. Yay! Let's get it out. Let's take a look at this. Wow, it's got some weight to it as well. This must be a whole new bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. How do I even open this? Oh, it opens at the top.
Hey.
Okay,
Nice.
we're getting there. I just want to do this nice and... Oh man, oh yeah, so definitely new scenes. And these will, you know, this is a bunch of... Okay, so there's, as you can see, you can rotate the card, and that's the backdrop. So let's actually set one up, right? And let's rotate it, and we can look at, wow.
So this is for the
This is a
study.
bedroom. I've got a
That's
bedroom.
naughty nursery.
Is this the bedroom? That's the bedroom. Cool. All right, so I've got the bedroom. It's super creepy. As you can see, there's like a little a weird jester-looking thing, and 3 really tired-looking brothers, and a skull picture on the wall, and a creepy bed. So as you can see, I'm going to turn it like this. You can see what that looks like. Really, really cool. And all the little details. But as you can see, there's some gaps here where you can see there's information missing, like behind the picture frames and the mirror and the clock. And so that's where these cards become super handy. Could you give me the card for the bedroom? So I'm just going to put it in randomly and see what happens. Do I slide it in from the top?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in randomly and let's see if something lines up. Maybe I've broken everything.
Here's one I did earlier.
Well, everything about this unboxing is something that you did earlier. Okay, so I've also done one. I just worked it out quickly
So
now.
nice.
You see, I'm actually authentically first time doing this, unlike Liam. And so you can see, if I turn this thing around, different details would show up in these scenes. And I think that's really cool because you can play it and change. And if you want to play a scene that has this again, there would be different details. It's not like you're just going through the motions and doing the same campaign, I guess. So really, really cool. And there's a couple of them in here. I think there must be a good few scenes. I'm calling them scenes. I hope that's okay. I don't know if it's really called that. Ooh, there are, okay, now I'm starting to understand these better. So these are characters, whether they're playable or not. I don't think that they're playable. I think your core characters would be your playable characters. That's the Shivers family. That would make sense. I don't think they're suddenly adopting new members. But these would be people you can encounter. So maybe the police burst in one of the scenes and interrupt you, or you encounter a creepy kids. Or a giant rat, or a weird scarab beetle. So these are all things you can encounter inside the game. I see the little Joker dude actually does come to life at some point. It looks like super creepy. Yeah, that is creepy. But once again, it's like cozy creepy. You can like play it with your family, and I think that will make it something that, you know, you play with your family and you can still kind of get a little bit of, I don't know.
The Shivers.
Oh, well done. I was hoping you'd pick up on it.
I just got it.
It's because of the coffee.
It's true.
These are really cool. I'm gonna have to take some time and do more looking through this. It's gonna be hard to pack this away now because we've been very unstructured in how we've unboxed it. Right, we've made a big mess here. I'm gonna let you clean this up. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more really badly structured unboxing videos, we promise to actually unbox the next one properly, like when you open it. Don't we?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
We're going to be doing this on occasion. We may also shoot some game nights where the entire creative team at our office, as well as the paid media folks and the web developers and all of us who love games, we might just get together and play the Shivers or some other games that we are playing. You can see a couple of them behind us there on the shelf. So if there's any that you spot on the shelf that you recognize and you want to ask us how we worked with or worked on some of them, let us know. There's one red herring there that we didn't work on, but it might surprise you which one it is. And everything else is related to stuff we do. And as we get more games, we'll have to buy bigger shelves and we'll have to do more of these videos.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you check out the Shivers campaign. We were not paid to do this. This is just for fun and passion, but we do thoroughly enjoy what they've made, and we encourage you that if this strikes a chord with you, go check out what they've got coming up on Kickstarter, and keep following our channel, like and subscribe, all of that jazz, to see more content like this.
Indeed. Thanks again to Andy and his team for creating this amazing game and allowing us to be a part of their campaign. Yeah. Till the next one, guys.
Cheers.
Always read your emails.
Yeah.
We're just gonna cut at some point.
No, we're gonna carry on going.
Carry on going. You just need your trusty.
I just put him on the spot in the middle of the thing. He's just gonna run off and like read the blog and pop. What's the word I'm looking for? Pop.
I like to call them bloops.
Okay. Well, I hope they were rolling for that one. I don't know if there's anything else you want to add to this. If you want to talk a little bit about the story of the game and the family.
Nope, I think I covered it all.
Did you already?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't tell because of all the bloopers. I wasn't sure what was staying in and what was going out.
This is true.